I'm gonna edit this out and I'm gonna clip it. So, barbershop conversation. We back with the captain. I forgot the captain in the last video. The captain, the Hall of Famer, Mr. Come and See You, Mr. I'll be in Vegas soon. If you want to support Captain Leon Muhammad, feel free to hit me on Cash App, SILENTHEROS. Silent Heroes, man. And we have the captain
Tell
on
about
it.
the book, Fred. Tell about the book.
Oh, and the book, and the book. Please go get the book, the book, the book, the book. And what's the name of the book?
The rise
In the
rise
and
and
fall
fall,
of the country.
rise and fall, and the restoration of the country boy.
Okay, and part 2 is coming soon.
Part 2 be here by January.
Okay,
By
good.
January, we second between the first week of January or the week after Valentine's.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we hope that it be done.
Right. Congratulations.
Now, Barbershop Fred and Leon Muhammad is going to talk about Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, yeah.
Which is 90 days away.
Wow.
Let me say this, Fred. Did you see the press conference?
No. Now we're talking about Devin Haney and David Benavidez, right?
Yes, that press conference in New York.
No, I didn't see it, but I heard you were there though.
Yes, I was there. And Fred, let me say, the fight that got the break down. Have you ever spoke with Brian Norman manager, Fred?
No, I know AC Clark, right?
No.
Is it a black man?
Fred, they said AC Clark is around him, but he got a white manager on New Jersey and New York commission. It's a girl that was with Pastor Jew for about 20 years named Jolene. She's an Italian girl, this fat girl.
Okay.
And I tell you, Fred, I think you did a couple interviews.
Yeah, we spoke about her.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we spoke about her.
I think you did a couple interviews with her ex-boyfriend, who was a great trainer. Have you ever interviewed Andre who was there?
Yeah, for sure. I sat next to him at the Keith Thurman fight.
That was in New York, when
Yeah, it was in New York. It was a Josito Lopez, I believe.
It's Fred. That used to be his girlfriend. She liked black guys.
Okay.
She was managing a Holyfield son, Evan. She was with the dude. The dude was signed him on this thing. They know he didn't have the talent or the heart Holyfield had, but they know he was doable and he was realistic. But what happened was Jolene got him knocked off in California, and the kid didn't want to rematch. He said, I'll fight the kid for these 2 or 3 fights to get myself together, come off that loss. He didn't want to go right in the rematch. And so I heard from the lawyer, Pat English, I don't know if you ever spoke to him or not. He explained to me what happened. That Jolene and Holyfield had some words on the phone. So he told him, so she told Holyfield, said, you was a great fighter. The son is not a great fighter, he's a doable fighter. If he listens, the Holyfield said it to me, that's what I told him. He said, Jolene's crazy. So I don't know how she hooked up with this guy Clark. Who is this guy Clark? You know him? You ever talk?
No, he worked with Earl Spence. So I know him from there, and we follow each other on Instagram. So I follow all his stuff. I've never met him, but he comes off as a.
Was he a street nigga, Fred? Out of Atlanta?
I think he lives in Texas.
Is he a street guy, Fred?
No, not at all. He's a family man. He plays baseball in the backyard with his son. I see him.
Fred, all that good. You do that shit every day.
I'm telling you what I see on Instagram.
Fred, I know niggas do that every day. And being in the club at night, popping champagne off.
Well,
with a different girl.
Well, I don't.
So all that family shit don't mean shit.
Well, well, I say no because I haven't.
But I'm trying to figure out where this money came from. He didn't pay no ball in that. Did you know it?
No.
Where he get all this money from? to invest in these big time fighters.
Well, somebody should ask him. I know you're going to Saudi Arabia.
Who going to Saudi Arabia?
Are you going?
Hell no, I ain't going.
Oh, okay. Well, he's training out there in New York. Go holler at him.
Who's training in New York?
I'm saying, no, excuse me.
I can, no, listen what I'm saying. I ain't talking about Devin.
I know you're talking about Brian Norman Jr. I know, but I'm saying they're out there. Like they're out.
in New York.
No, I'm talking about Devin Haney is. So you can ask. That would be a good question to ask the media.
I talk to Bill every day.
Yes.
I talk to Bill twice a week.
I'm glad. And Bill's doing great, right?
Yeah, he's great in New York, man. You know, he's better in New York that he don't have the pressure in Vegas. That he said, Jack, I can let my children live their own life.
That's good. I'm happy. I'm glad he's happy. Glad he's happy.
And you know, for my understanding, Devin's still in Vegas.
Devin's still in Vegas. Yeah, he's still on the West Coast. Yeah, I could tell by his videos.
But Bill said he said that we were talking one day, and he said the mother three is grown. My daughter is grown. My son is grown. My two sons is grown. I got my little daughter and my little son. And I got to prepare for them. And you know, I've been looking at Sean in the gym. Sean has some talent. He's got to be developed. He's only 15 years old. But now, when the fight come off, why I brought her Brian Norman, the white girl, why I brought her, because she swung on Bill and Bill's wife. You didn't see the press conference?
No, I didn't. What happened?
They got to fight at the press conference.
Who fighting what? Fist fighting?
Yeah.
Who started fist fighting?
Listen, she went off.
Who's she? You got to say names. Who's she?
Joni, Brian Norman Jr. manager went off on Devin's camp.
On Devin's camp?
Yeah. Okay. He went off on the security. Security said, listen, you think the captain smacked you, I'm a barrier. I didn't know that Devin security knew that I had smacked her one time.
Well, they listen to my videos. They listen to our interviews, of course.
But I never mentioned that I slapped her, did I?
Yeah, man.
Did I mention?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I think I did.
Stop acting like you forgot. You don't forget nothing.
No, Fred. It's coming back now.
Come back now.
I'm trying to figure when it happened. Yeah, I told you about it. You got any call? I didn't play no game. I was taking your call.
Now was it self-defense?
Ask Lou Bella, he was right there.
I'm asking you. You did it.
Great. I felt it was self-defense.
Okay, if it was self-defense,
you swung at me and you swung at Carl. You're lucky my grandson never didn't leave you slumped over.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it's self-defense, it's self-defense. And I think women need to learn to stop raising their hand to men anyway. You know?
First of all, Lou Bella told me, you nothing these guys don't bury it. Only reason why she got a break, because Lou was there, he said, calm down, guys. Let's take a walk outside. Lou Bella said that she didn't know my grandson was going to drag out the bar, stop ahead in the little street, and call the police to pick up and get right out a few hours later. They don't play them games. Come at us. Because we was talking. She wanted to voice her opinion. It's not your show. It's not Kathy's show. It's Don King's show. We are talking. You come and enjoy the fight. Why are you speaking on our business? Y'all ain't got nobody on the car. Oh, it was a mess. It was a mess in the Stewart Hotel that night. But anyway, she went to Zam Jr. them on me. She knew how she went to Zam and asked Zam to send some guy to see Zam. Said, what are you crazy? That's my father's guy. What happened? When she explained to Zam said, I told you, You can't get any other promoters. She said, if you had somebody on the card and you were speaking on me and Cassius Fighter, that's another thing. But you speaking on a card that you got nothing to do with, even though you friends with guys that put on the card, but they ain't with you in Cassius. She figured because the guys, two guys that was on the card, she figured because Cassius' lawyer was their lawyer and he made the contract. And I told Pat, why you sent over there? And Danny Jacobs, she went to Danny Jacobs, and Danny, the man, put his hand up. Danny said, what do you do to him? So she thought all them guys was going to come to her aid. She said, listen, we like you, but we going to speak one for you. So that's what happened. And same thing, she went off on the call. Fred, she was very disrespectful to Bill's wife, and the whole camp.
I'm sure.
The board is crazy.
Yeah. I can't substantiate what you're saying, but I did hear about a ruckus, so I'm gonna lean on your first person account. So, but yeah. So, what do you think of the fight?
Fred,
Brian Norman versus Devin Haney.
Brian Norman can't be Devin too slick. I'm gonna tell you why. They got it in his head already. They got it in his feet. He said, the only thing about Brian Norman reminds me of the old fighters like Mike Lee. He has to punch his chin. He's not a great fighter. He's a decent puncher. He's not a legendary puncher like Shaven and all these guys.
Right.
He's a good puncher. He has to punch his chin. But if there's his own game plan, he'll box circles around.
Yeah.
See, Devin more beneficial to Turkey out of sheep than Brian Norman is, because Brian Norman is with the snake, who's my dear friend, Robert Ayers. So Brian Norman is not beneficial to Turkey out of sheep.
Okay.
Because he locked in the top rank. Of course, Turkey out of sheep wants Devin to win. Because it's beneficial to him. Look at the politics that I'm throwing out there, Fred. I hope people
I understand. I understand exactly.
I know you understand, but I want your people to understand.
Yeah.
Where me and you be going with this, a lot of people saying questions to me and you, they don't think about the questions that they saying before they say it in. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Fred, we all know that Brian Norman got a punch, but he's not a good boxer. He's not a good fighter. He's just a decent puncher that always have a chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
How you leaning towards it?
I think the fight is closer than how you are making it out to be. From what I've seen, okay.
I'm looking at you look at the fight. I'm looking at the backroom deals and the politics.
Okay, we have different perspectives. Yeah, why not? Yeah. That's why two different people are on the phone talking.
Yeah. What you saying, Frank? You putting it from a corporate standpoint.
No.
I'm putting it from a business standpoint. Okay. What benefits took you out of the sheet? Because he, with Devin's a Muslim, Bill's a street Muslim. He can get more done with them than he can with Carver already and that fucking clown Todd the Buck. Do you agree?
I'm gonna back up because you didn't let me make my point. I don't know why you didn't let me make my point. You cut me off. As it pertains to Brian Norman versus Devin Haney. One, I would lean. I haven't seen much of Brian Norman. I've heard more of the legend of Brian Norman with he knocked down Terence Crawford in sparring. I saw the knockout against the Japanese man. Also, on the flip side of that, I'm more astute on what's going on with Devin Haney because I've seen him. I've covered him since his first fight at the MGM Grand, his first American fight. So, and this is just a pragmatic. This ain't no lack of how you say it, love versus the Haney. I'm just gonna speak pragmatically about the fight. And if I'm betting $100 on the fight, this is what I'm thinking. All right. Devin Haney, he got the loss overturned against Ryan Garcia, right? Devin Haney came out in his next fight, and it looked like, to me, he didn't want to get hit, right? He moved way too much, you know. Now, with that being said, the combination of Devin Haney having to secure his fan base, right? Meaning that makes money for him, right? One, two, he has a lot of stuff going on outside the ring, similar to a Terence Crawford, not in that capacity, but with a woman, right? And I don't know how much of that it will be a distraction for Devin Haney. I think he just filed he filed something. I'm not following it every day like I was a handful of years ago, but I know he just filed a restraining order or something against her. And so typically when a man responds like that, it's in retaliation of something, because in many cases, men don't file restraining orders against a woman, right? So maybe it's the advice of his lawyer so he can protect his name, etc. So I don't know. I'm just making that assumption. So with all that being said, and Brian Norman being more fresh, meaning that he ain't been knocked down, meaning that he's been real dominant in his fights. I don't know if he's a Samuel Peter or he is the real deal, right? We don't know. So I'll sit back and see. There's a lot going on in Devin Haney's camp in addition to the snack stuff. I think Devin Haney needs to leave snack alone, but who am I? You know. So I will lean on the side of Devin Haney, 55. He's been in bigger fights. He's proven more against greater competition. I would say Devin Haney 57, Brian Norman 43 in terms of percentages. That's my take.
Okay, I respect your take.
You've
been around the game long enough. Ken Miller brought you around long enough. Let me take it to you. Right. I want y'all to know, Fred has a point there. But let me tell you something. Fred just mentioned something about guys got going in and out the ring, the problem with women, all that shit that's going on in boxing history. So Devin ain't going through nothing that Ray Robinson, Ray Lennon, I've heard of them was going through when they had big fights. So we can't claim that, Fred, because we had greater fighters that going through that. What more horrible you 48 hours from a fight, a history maker, and your brother kill his girlfriend in your house? What bigger than that, Fred?
Damn.
Devin's problem with a girl, Chief Thurman problem with a girl, Terence Crawford making babies, but Bo Mack won't lose no weight, I won't lose no weight. What bigger problem than that?
Man, we shall see. You know, I mean, some people got that gene where they can just lock in and focus. And
I'm just taking back off the question so people can understand your perception.
Right.
So that's why I brought up the other moments that happened going into a major fight.
Right.
That's what, not to assassinate your character. What you're saying is true.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that Devin have the knockoff as well as Tommy, Ray, Marvin, all those guys. And you said in 48 hours, one of your biggest fights of your life, the police asked you, was it your gun that your brother killed his girlfriend when you out?
What fighter was that?
Tommy.
Versus who?
It was Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns, Ray Leonard too.
Oh, okay.
Grade 89, June 12th, 2 days of my birthday. Tommy's brother John killed his white girlfriend in Tommy's house with one of Tommy's guns.
Yeah.
Grade 48 hours from the fight, and the police come to your suite, question you, say you an investigation. He said, for what? I've been in Vegas 6 weeks. I had nothing to do with it, sure. My brothers, all my brothers have access to the house. They said, so this, Fred, it was a big mess. This I didn't bother Tommy with that. And then Fred, then you know a few years later, a few years earlier, Tommy fought us, my brother-in-law. Then 10 days later, my brother-in-law went home and got killed on the motorcycle. Tommy flew right into Philadelphia. Tommy was fucked up. So, Fred, I'm saying, I hope that we can weather the storm.
Right.
Maybe, Fred, I never liked him in the pocket.
You never liked who?
I never liked Devin in the pocket.
Devin in the pocket?
Yeah, I've never liked him in the pocket.
You like his long jab, moving?
I like the long jab and moving.
Right.
See, one thing I've always said for you, if you hear me in any corner I look, I always say, use that stick. Because everything come off the stick, right?
I agree. That's a big weapon. That's a big weapon to have.
Don't you agree that stick made Michael think so great?
I mean, he also was a savant too. Yes, I agreed, and he was a genius. He was a savant. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you on that. I agree.
Man, I don't know why you got that in the pocket.
Well, you say you talk to Bill Haney twice a week. That's a conversation you and him should have, and tell me about it.
And listen, and I told Bill, I said, Bill, for this fight,
you better not get in the pocket because you're gonna have to catch a lot of punches.
No. I told Bill, you fight this guy with the stick, and you fight him, you set him up for that same stick. Set him up with that right hand. Set him up. I said, he's not a great mover. He's not a great mover. If you watch, I've been watching Brian Norman. The Chinese fought, the Japanese fought him wrong. See, them guys that in that weight range, Salapino Lopez would knock him out. Tank would knock him out.
Brian Norman?
Tank would knock him out.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you why I said that. See, Tank is a better set down. I see Devin out pointing, but Tank sets down better than Devin. Tank sets you up with that double hook like Jerry Cooney, bang, up top. And Kevin told me, certain fight, the boy down there, he told me, the trainer told me, but he don't listen to him no more. But I think, Fred, you don't believe that at the right moment, the right fight, that Tank could knock out Brian Norman?
Yeah, for sure. But like there's another one. There's another one who got these problems, man. Got woman problems, man, and it reared his head against what's the guy's name? Roach, Lamont Roach. So I think Tank is all messed up. I think Tank is.
Let me answer your question for you.
But let's talk about it. Yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna stay right here for a minute.
Yeah, for sure.
These guys got problems. Right?
Well, boxing is a poor man's sport, so
No.
Yeah.
No. Here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Taking back on your question. You just said these two guys got problems,
Right.
right? With women, right?
Right.
Okay, Fred, think about it. You don't have women problems, right?
Money
You have
problems?
that. Women problems,
No, definitely not.
okay? Hear me out. Think about it, Fred. And I love these guys. But Fred, think about it. Look at the woman that raised you, and look at the character of the woman that raised them.
Hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Not talking bad about them guys' mother.
Yeah, I understand where you're going with it, and and that's very practical to. That's very practical, right?
Fred, Devin's mother is a sweetheart. But look at the position that he was in between the two. Bill's my guy. His mother's my girl. But when you face reality, and I love Shakur's mother, because Wally's my guy. But you have to look at these guys got problems, Fred, because these women wasn't there when these guys needed them.
okay, I can see that.
And that's what I want our fans to understand. Not because these guys are tighter, you got to be there for these children, whether they're playing ball, football, basketball, baseball, they're playing soccer, or they're running track, or even in life, you got to be there for these guys, women. Young women, you got to be there for these guys. Not come around when your bank account is out of this world. Not saying that these women's around because their children making money for you, but where was they at? You got to be in the child life every day. Fred, I notice it. Every day you doing something with your two children. If it ain't in the gym, you doing something with them. You see what I'm saying, Fred?
No, I understand where you're coming from, and
And Fred, that's why I think a lot of these athletes, celebrities have problems in their relationships because they had no one to prepare them for the ups and
sure,
downs
that's
and the
fair.
long haul of the relationship.
That's
You know
fair.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
See, Fred, nobody in the world thought me and Rose Shooter was gonna last 34 years. Everybody thought we were gonna last 10 minutes.
Who's
The
that?
last
Say it
34
again.
me and Rose Shooter, James Shooter's sister,
Uh huh.
who fought Thomas. So Fred, I'm saying, and all these guys are like me. I want the world to know I ain't bad mouthing the fans, but where's the fans at when they needed these guys? When these guys needed them. I mean, Fred, I mean, all the major guys, man, come on. And I love Crawford. Come on, man. Stuff he did the last couple months was retarded. But it is what it is. So that's what I'm saying, Fred. So you have to look at all the disappointments that all these fighters take me to the ring with, the ups and the downs.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't, and I would say women. Will the women destroy Devin Haney and Terence Crawford? Might as well put them all together now. Will destroy Terence Crawford, Devin Haney. Look what it did to the kid out of New York, who was projected to be a light heavyweight world champion. What's his name? He's a bronze medalist. No, or he was a PBC. You know, he's from New York.
Ooh,
The light heavyweight. That was what PBC. He got 4 charges, assault charges or DV charges against a woman, his baby mama. Green, what's his name?
he's with Al.
Yeah, he was with Al. Light heavyweight got it.
How,
He fought
how did
Badu
he go?
Jack. Yeah, he fought Badu Jack.
Fred, I don't know him.
Yeah, you do.
He must have won popular in New York.
Nah, he fought Badu Jack. The fight where Badu Jack got that gash in his head.
Fred, was he popular in New York?
Yeah.
To get his name ring like Mark Wheeler
Not
and
like
Danny
that.
Jacobs?
Not like that, but he was, yeah, man. Badu Jack is 41 years old, man. I done seen his whole career. His name is Marcus Brown. You remember Marcus Brown?
Marcus Brown got stopped at the Garden, the Barclays Center.
Against who?
Yeah. Fred, he fought somebody at the Barclays Center. That's the night that me and Michael Face was there. When he had Fred, I forgot what card it was. They had 3 or 4 light heavyweights on the card that night.
Oh, John Pascal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was supposed to be the next one though.
Wait. I wonder why you asked, Fred.
Women.
Fred, I'm saying this to educate these guys to be you're a lawyer. If you running a medical tech center, taking X-ray, be careful who you get involved with. He said these girls today are not women like my mother, your aunt, and grandmother. Those women are not being born no more. Like the aunt you just left in Virginia, Fred, they ain't being born no more. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, Fred, I'm surprised you. Fred, I ain't heard that name in about 5 years. You, Marcus Brown?
Yeah, he has a comeback fight coming up soon.
Al still got it?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. All these guys on their own. We got David Benavidez on the what you call card. He ain't got. He went to go get that money too. So yeah.
David Benavidez, he put himself in the position to get shot like his brother did. He's trying to get to the money.
Mm-hmm.
I heard he taking care of his brother now.
His brother probably works for him in some capacity.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Probably his lead sparring partner.
But Fred, let me ask you something. Didn't Marcus Brown get a few months in the county for that last case?
I can Google it right now. But yeah, Marcus Brown. I remember it, man, because he pissed me off. I mean, he didn't piss me off, but it's just
Fred, he has some talent.
Yeah, he had talent. Busted. The last one is Marcus Brown. Marcus Brown busted in 4th domestic incident involving former girlfriend. Yeah, 4. Because I remember talking about it when he fought Arthur Beterbiev.
See, that's why I always said, since you know, I've always said this. A fighter is only good as his team.
Right.
If you don't have a good team, Fred, you're going to fuck up down the way because the money is used for them. See, Fred, guys, when I started making money in boxing, Fred, I already had money from the Punisher business and the number business. So when I started making money with Ali, Joe, and all of them, getting the side partners, hanging out with them, put the money in my pocket, Fred, I already had money. When I got with Ali, I had plenty speak. I had plenty number money. But you know that was black folk thing. Back in New York, Philadelphia, Detroit, the number. So Fred, I'm saying, and a lot of these guys got problems because they didn't have no women around them to teach them. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that these guys' mothers are bad women. It's really, it's just, it is what it is.
Right.
You take, what's the boy name that played for Detroit? Basketball. You basketball man.
Isaiah Thomas.
His father was a running back for the Cowboys.
Grant Hill.
Yeah. Now, Fred, his mother said something to Charles Barkley, and I took that at heart. Now, I wasn't there. Charles was always talking about.
Oh yeah, about the money and the friends, right? About how she didn't want no money from him.
You know about but she want no money.
Speak up, because I saw that interview. Go ahead, talk about it. I saw that interview. Go ahead.
Yeah, she said this here, I don't know if her and Calvin's still living or not, but this was 2 years back. And when Charles Barkley said it, he said on TV and he said it, he was somewhere in New York.
Speak up because it's important. It's important what you're about to say.
I'm speaking up, man. I'm talking to the speaker, man. Come on.
No, well, if I can't hear you, they can't hear you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's the way she said it. She said, you can't take care of family. The family don't know when to quit. She said, that's why me and Calvin still work. That's why we still work. And that's why we don't take that from Grant. Grant got his own life and his own family. And to hear a mother say that, Fred, that's very real, Fred. Because most mothers think their children supposed to take care of them after they make it. Do you agree with what Ms. Neal said, Fred?
Yeah, of course I agree, because in some capacity I deal with that as well. So yeah, you don't bail out your family, you hold them accountable. And here's what I've learned over the years: you don't let family members borrow money. You say, I'll give you this, but if you want to, you can't borrow money from me again, because you're never going to pay it back. So that's typically what I would do. And word has gotten around my family how I operate. So it's been real refreshing the last 5 years, I would say,
Fred, at first, and hearing what you said, Fred, at first I didn't understand what Miss Grant meant. Even though Charles said it, she said, I come out the top. I come out the South with my family with the farm. Some years, my grandparents made money from it. Some years they worked all year for nothing. But my grandparents made it because they had other children. I had uncles that was in the streets of Philadelphia, in the streets of New York, streets of Detroit, Chicago. It was in the number of buildings, whatever they were up to. They made sure their parents paid it. But at first, I disagreed with Ms. Grant until I heard Charles explain the way she explained to Charles Barkley that she have never taken money from her son. And her son made more money than her and her husband ever made. And do you agree with her, Fred?
Yeah, I agree with her for sure.
Wholeheartedly, some aspect.
I mean, wholeheartedly, yes, with her fundamental statement, yes. And there are exemptions to that rule, where you may have some leniency. But overall,
now, Fred,
yes, for sure.
You just did some leniency, right?
I just what?
Did you just did some leniency? Did you pay for the whole thing in Virginia?
The family reunion, yes.
So, Fred, not saying that wasn't good of you and your wife, but Fred, ain't none of your brothers offer to help you?
I wouldn't say offer to help. I stuck my neck out and said I would.
You put yourself in the position.
Yeah, I raised my hand. Yeah.
So, Fred, do you think your brother should offer?
The brother should what?
Do you think your brother or some of your first cousins should offer to help you, even though you might not took it?
Yeah, of course they should offer, for sure. That's etiquette. Yeah, that's etiquette. Yeah.
But see, Fred, I understand what Ms. Grant said, Fred. And I always taught the picture the mom, the dad, and the grandparents. Even all the shit that my father did to my mother. Now that my mother's gone, my father's still around. He's gonna be 99 in November. Fred, I don't disrespect my father. I don't call it as much. But my grandchildren love him. That's their papa. But what I didn't do, Fred, and that you and I see it happen every day, in the fight games and the sports arena that we are around. Women turn women that was led and involved, ball players, fighters, baseball players, basketball players, soccer players. Once the relationship runs its course, why do these women turn their children against their father?
Well, ignorance. If you don't have, if many cases, if you don't have a living example of what love and marriage and being God fearing and living under the covenant of God, you lean on cultural entities like BET. Maybe there's a local drug deal or a pimp or uh, you know, someone from Temple Number 12. Maybe they're influencing you to do bad things.
But let me say this, please.
Uh huh.
I don't know why you brought me in prayer. I don't know why you brought me in prayer. I don't know why you praying in prayer because there's nothing good outcome praying prayer. So, but what I will say this thing,
Uh-huh.
you got to look at the example, please. Most of these ball players today, they are partners or when they had children born in the late 70s or the early 80s. You agree?
Say that again.
I'm saying most of these ball players and fighters that's making money today, most of them partners born in the late 70s or the early 80s
Right now.
right now.
I mean, they're on
Or
their
late 80s.
they're on their way out now. Yeah, they're on their way out. If they're in the late 80s, they're
You,
definitely on their way out now. Got to make them
you see what I'm saying?
35. Uh-huh.
Okay. You know what I'm saying, please?
Uh-huh.
Now you say, and now you say, please. Now, and I got nothing against Tiger Woods. It is what it is. But when you got two children that's involved, Fred, you have to be mindful what you do. Because I noticed that the few years I've been talking to you, you're very mindful what you say. Even if we talking business on the phone, you watch how you tell us something if your children have to be downstairs. I noticed you always do a lot of your interviews after 8 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
I always notice that, Fred,
Mm-hmm.
because your children are probably in their room, sleep, or
Right.
finish up their homework before they go to sleep.
That's a
That
fact.
dawned on me why you do that.
Right.
And because I noticed one thing, I want you guys to know that I noticed about barbershop Fred and I noticed about uh, um, Blues Man Bruce. Y'all are very careful with y'all say because y'all don't know who listens. Especially you don't know if the father got the radio on or the phone saying and the kids in there. So I understand why you do what you do. At first I didn't understand why you did your interviews at the tough time.
Mm-hmm.
So and I'm saying, Fred, do you think these guys that with these fights coming up have good people around them? The Normans, the Haney, the
Yeah.
Devin.
Yeah, because you can't. Okay, let's hustle backwards for a second. You said Brian Norman, he has a father. You said Devin Haney, he has a father. Who else did you say?
David Benavides.
Oh, yeah, your voice is much better. Yeah, he has a father. So I can't go against what's gotten him thus far.
What about the kid he's fighting, Fred? The kid that David Benavides.
I don't know nothing. I don't know much about him. Anthony Yard. I know he's from overseas, but outside.
If ain't Eddie got him?
Mm-hmm. No, I think the other one, the Big Eyes.
Frank Warren?
Yeah.
Frank Warren?
Uh-huh.
He said Frank and I go way back.
Uh-huh.
And Fred, I looked at that press conference. Now, the day of the press conference, the fight broke out the day before the press conference.
Right.
The day of the press conference, I was there with Bill. I'm walking with him. He said, "Cat." Because I had so many people around Bill and his wife. I said, now, I said, I ain't got nothing to do with these guys that you paying, but I got guys around you. These motherfuckers are showing up. That's the original recruit. This is Jeremiah Shabazz recruit.
Mm-hmm.
So Bill said to me, he said, "Where you get all these old gangsters from?" I said, "Bill, we the guys that took care of Minister Jeremiah." I said, "Listen," I said, "the squad that Jeremiah had, if people want to get at it, they couldn't get at it." I said, "People got at James Shabazz, but James Shabazz, he had killers that'll go for him, but he had no killers to protect him and his family." So I always say, Fred, if people want to put it in the thing, Fred, from what I understand now, why we still Parsons started Reverend November 2nd, Fred, I don't think David Benavides can beat this yard kid.
Shit. Shit.
I'm gonna show you. I'm
Shit. Okay. Now, let me. Okay. Now, you can say that, but this. So, anyways, I'll make my point after you make your point. Go ahead.
Okay, Fred. All the years I've known Frank Moore, and I've known Frank Moore a long time. I've never seen Frank Moore make a fight, but he didn't have 65 or 70% chance to win. In all the years I know Frank.
Oh well.
And now I'm